So I hope everybody had a wonderful week, and I hope you enjoyed reading that blog post. I just wanted to introduce Elvis to you. I did introduce Jesse last week, and unfortunately Elvis was unable to join us because he was getting neutered. But he is back and better than ever before. Say hi, Elvis. So this is Lindsay and I's other dog. He's a puppy. He's a Yorkie. He's absolutely incredible, like Dennis the Menace, though. He keeps us up at night, but also keeps us young, energetic, and we just have a wonderful time with him. But now to the blog post. I have a feeling this message probably resonated with many of you. I want it to be almost general in the sense that I provide you with 7 layers that are potentially, in essence, stealing your identity. Maybe your issue falls outside of those layers, and if so, I would encourage you from the bottom of my heart to share what's going on in your world so we can work through it together, and then maybe I'll even post something about it. Not about you in particular, but maybe about your situation, because I guarantee you that you're not alone. But my intention with this message was really just have you open your eyes just a little bit wider, so that maybe you can become conscious as to what's preventing you from reaching your full potential. In essence, what's preventing you from realizing who you are as a person. This is a huge thing to realize, because once you come to terms with who you are, your authentic self, and you begin living a life that's congruent and in alignment with what you're looking to achieve, then in turn, opportunities become available that always existed, you just weren't necessarily conscious to them. This is something that I work on every single day. I'm not there yet. It's not something that you necessarily arrive to. You don't all of a sudden reclaim your authentic self. You realize your identity and you have it. It's something that you need to work towards. And as you grow and you mature and you become more conscious about who you are as a person, then in turn your identity becomes that much clearer. It's wonderful to have someone in your life to share this with as well. Lindsay and I have these conversations all the time where we talk about what our identity is, what it means to us, what's our mission and our purpose in life. Are we living in congruence? And then we challenge one another if we're not. Find someone in your world to do this with. And if you feel like maybe you're in a relationship that doesn't have that kind of pitching and catching mentality where you're working with that person, maybe it's a conversation that needs to take place where both of you work together to determine what your identity means to you on an individual level, and then also with regards to your relationship, and what's the identity of the relationship. I always focus on that concept because I believe that there's nothing more powerful than the emotion of love. And when you have that in your world, many other areas tend to come together. But as we can see in this message, there are other areas that potentially could be creating barriers in your existence. So read this message, maybe once, twice, send it to a friend, whatever it takes. Because what I guarantee you is that even if you are living in alignment, you're still a work in progress. We all are. And then in addition to that, I guarantee you that there's someone in your world that might be suffering with at least one of these issues, and maybe even more. But the best part, as I always say, is that this is simply the beginning, and the best is yet to come. Because when you embark on this journey to realize who you truly are, in essence, what makes you you, anything and everything becomes possible. You begin to attract things into your life that, like I said before, always existed, but you weren't conscious to. You begin to realize what your full potential is all about, and then you push your boundaries, your personal limits, so you can reach the next echelon in your existence. And finally, you begin to love who you are as a person. And that to me is the most profound experience that could ever take place. So once again, read this message, reread it, and share it with the world. Because we are here doing an identity revolution with the goal of having all of you and myself realize who we are as a person so we can live in alignment, we can be congruent, and ultimately we can reach our full potential and live like never before. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Elvis says goodbye as well. Maybe the next time we'll have Jesse and Elvis in the video together so you can see both of our little children. And once again, just thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to read this message, for investing in yourself, and just enjoy this weekend. It's in such a profound way, and I look forward to connecting next week. Goodbye.